Okay, we're live. We're live on YouTube, I think. Yes, we are live on YouTube, I think. Yeah, we are. I think we are. Say hello if you're on YouTube. Just say hello, or let me know where you're coming from. I think we're live, except we're not live on Facebook for some weird reason. That's kind of weird. Maybe I might have to double check that. Let's just see if maybe there's just a delay. Hang on. No, we should be live. It's weird. Let's just go and see if I'm live on. That's weird. It's just not. Reset. Okay. I'm just trying to go live on Facebook here. Sorry, guys. Alright, so now we take two. We're going live on Facebook and YouTube, I think. Yeah, take two. Hey, Chadu. Hey, Illy. Yeah, we're live. We're live. Just take two. Retry it. If things fail, it's all good. It'll come back. Yeah, it's different times tonight, guys. Been busy all day. So yeah, just thought I'd mix it up. Probably hit another different audience. Hey Tommy, what's going on, man? So crypto winter is still here. You know, it's you know, we could be you know, in April before we see things improve. Who really knows? No one really knows. But even though you see Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin down, and then you see the whole market cap at 313 billion with a 42% Bitcoin dominance. So this Bitcoin dominance has creeped up. It went down to as low as I think 32%. Now it's gone back up again, and it's been as high as 45%. So it's gone back up. Despite all this, despite all the FUD and everything, from a technical perspective, there's been a lot going on in the with the next phase of the beta of the Litecoin. Sorry, not Lightning Network, and then you got the that side of it. So from a technical standpoint, things are going ahead, blazing guns with the Bitcoin network. Also, Payzar enables full e-support for Dash. So this is news. All right. So this is going to be enable customers, I imagine, to buy Dash through Payzar. Payzar will let users hold or store Dash in their eWallet accounts. Okay. So that's going ahead. And also, other news is, if we look at BTC volume, right? BTC trading volume. I did have a list of this last night. I think this might have been it. I was looking at it last night. But of the actual trading volume, and there's Coinbase, the most. Does anyone know? Actually, you know what? This might have been different. It only had a selected amount of exchanges. It might have been US based, but you know, all these exchanges were named Kraken, CX, Bittrex, Bitfinex, Binance, Qcoin, basically all the GDAX, you know, all these well-known exchanges were named in this website I was looking at last night. And the one that had the most volume was, for BTC anyway, just this is for BTC, was Bitfinex. This was the traded volume within 24 hours. Let's just go to this Bitcoin. Traded volume within 24 hours. Yeah, there you go. There was a Bitfinex. All right, and then OKX, Binance, Huobi, Bitflyer, Bitstamp. So GDAX. So yeah, basically, Bitfinex. Now, what's happening is also, if you're a if you know about Genesis, all right. So these Winkle, you probably know them, right? You probably know these guys. These Winkle brothers, they were part of Facebook. They sold their portion of Facebook, or they sued. They sued Facebook owner and got part of the, you know, billion-dollar payout. Then they invested heavily into Bitcoin and then made more billions of dollars. Anyway, they opened up this exchange called the Gemini exchange, which does a lot of volume, actually, a lot of volume. And now they're looking at, there's rumors that they're going to look at adding Litecoin, right? So at the moment, Gemini Exchange doesn't support Litecoin. So why am I even telling you this? I'll explain in a second. So this is it here, right? I think it's a US-based exchange. And currently they don't support Litecoin. All right, so they support the pairs BTC, Ether, but they don't support Litecoin. So when they have when Litecoin is supported, right? So these are what they support here. When Litecoin is supported, they're going to attract a lot of people buying Litecoin, you know, into their pairs, Litecoin to BTC, Litecoin to Ether, Litecoin to USD. And this is going to be a really big thing for Litecoin, not only with Litecoin, with trying to get Litecoin into LitePay, getting merchants to accept Litecoin. But if Litecoin gets into Gemini and they start having this as a pairing, this is going to give more liquidity to Litecoin, and this is going to be huge because this is in America, right? And so what I did was I did this questionnaire here. 1 year ago, Litecoin was $4.28. It's just as 1 year ago, 365 days ago, you could buy Litecoin for $4.28. For $4.28. And today, it's, you know, with the dip, even with in crypto winter, it's $163. And I put 1 year from now, Litecoin could be. So it was interesting to get comments just to see what, you know, people's thoughts on it. Obviously, there's no right or wrong answer because we can't predict the future. All right. and you know, some people are saying you know, it's not going to go any further. Some people are going to go say, you know, as you can see the different you know, comments. But what you got to do is you got to think first of all, you got to know, you know, what's going on with Litecoin, and then you got to think you know, it already did a from $4.28 to $163, right? So outperformed Bitcoin. Bitcoin basically, it did a 10x. Litecoin did basically like a 20x. All right. So, and this year, if Litecoin does another 20x, this is going to be hovering about $3,000 to $4,000, right? But don't forget also, with Litecoin, with these new advancements, with LitePay, you know, you got Gemini that are looking at adding Litecoin. Once merchants get on board and start using Litecoin, because Litecoin's really going to be like the silver to Bitcoin. Litecoin is going to be like, you know, the most people are going to use Litecoin because it's fast. Block time is only 2.5 minutes. The block. What's that, baby?
Open the door.
Hang on. Where's your key? Sorry, guys. So the block time, the closing block time for Litecoin is like 2 minutes 30. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. But it's really fast. It's a lot faster than Bitcoin, and it's a lot cheaper. So Litecoin's going to be like, you know, it just makes more sense right now to use Litecoin, and BTC with store of value. Now with Litecoin, with the Lightning Network coming on board with Bitcoin, you know, who really knows? But definitely Bitcoin is like store value, and why Litecoin's done so well is because of it's used to do what Bitcoin did before it got all political, and you know, people were chomping at it, trying to control it because of the, you know, what it was worth, and that's still happening now, being, you know, as you can see on the markets, right? So where do I see Litecoin going in? Hey E82, what's going on, man? So where do I see Litecoin? I see Litecoin doing another 10x, at least a minimum 10x, at least a minimum of 10x, or even getting closer to 20x, but definitely a minimum of 10x, which will put it about $1,000, just under $2,000. Right? That's what I think you can do, very minimum. And this year, at the end of this year. So that's what I think it'll do. Minimum 10x, anywhere hovering, give or take, either side of 2,000, just to be conservative. But then again, you know, no one predicted that Bitcoin would go to 20,000, right? No one predicted that. So we're still doing very well from a technical point. Technical side, things are advancing. The reason why you see this here at 7.9 or just under 8,000 is because of people's fear, uncertainty, and doubt. That's what it is. So you know, you've got these people that are just coming in there to make a fast buck, and they're the ones that sell very quickly. But when you see Bitcoin go back up again, you know, those people are going to come back into the space, and they're the first ones to sell and panic. But there's another thing that's going to happen very soon, that you're going to see this Bitcoin price go up, right? And this is a very, very big deal, this one. All right. Now, I'm not exactly sure on the specifications on it, on how it works. So just bear with me, but I'll explain it in layman's terms. So this is where you could see, you know, trillions of dollars pour into Bitcoin. And it's got to do with, well, one of the things it's got to do is Coinbase. Because what Coinbase does is, they've just opened up this, how do you say it? Basically, what basically allows, it's like a portfolio, and they act as a custodian, to manage people's money, right? So what happens is, you got these institutional investors that come in, that people go out there and raise a bunch of money, right? And then by law, they're not allowed to invest in the project, right? So because obviously they're trying to raise money for this particular project, but they're not allowed to have shares in it, because then that would be like insider trading, right? It's like a conflict of interest. So what they do is they like get someone else to hold the money. Like, they're not allowed to hold the money themselves. They're supposed to get someone else to hold the money. And this is what they call a custodian, all right? And again, this is all new to me too, but custodians are basically people that hold the money for third party. So then, you know, there's no wrongdoing and there's no shady stuff going on. And then they can go ahead and raise billions of dollars if they want to. And what Coinbase just opened up was a similar thing for cryptocurrency. So they can hold Bitcoin, all the different types of cryptocurrencies, and institutional money can come into this space, and Coinbase are going to act as custodians. So they'll manage the money, they'll manage the crypto. So, you know, if they pour, there's something like $5 trillion in institutional money, right? So, you know, all these big institutions offline that are new to crypto, now they can come into crypto and raise this capital and have someone like Coinbase, which is reputable, to manage this all. So then there's no shady business going, people are not running off with the money. The custodians of this crypto will be Coinbase, and they just open up a platform to do this exact thing. All right, take what's offline, but apply to crypto. So we could start to see an institutional money coming into the crypto space, and you know, we're not just talking hundreds of millions of dollars. We're not just talking billions of dollars. We're talking trillions of dollars, right? That can now come into the crypto space, raised through institutional investors, and someone like Coinbase being a custodian to manage this, manage these funds. All right, so that's basically what Coinbase's product, or they just open up a platform, I believe, to do this exact same thing. And again, you know, I'm not an expert on how this stuff, but basically it's Wall Street money, if you want to say it, coming into the crypto space. But this hasn't this is what people are saying. This is the word on the street. Like, the word on the street in Wall Street is they know what Bitcoin is, right? They know what cryptos is. It's not a joke anymore. And it's like, well, you know, we got this Wall Street money. We got this institutional investors. We can raise millions, hundreds of millions, billions of dollars, because we want a piece of this crypto pie too. But how do you do it safely? How do you take investors' and money, institutional investors' money, right? We're talking, you know, billions of dollars, and do it safely. You need to use like a intermediary, or like a trusted custodian, which is what exactly what Coinbase just basically just created, right? So now there's the link between offline Wall Street, greedy, you know, fat cats bringing institutional money now into the crypto space. But this is all still evolving. It's still, you know, but it's already, the foundation's already set. It's just a matter of time before this institutional money flows into the crypto space, because that's the word on the street. They all know, every fat bastard that wants to make more money on Wall Street knows about the profits of Bitcoin in 2017. They all know it, and they want to get their piece of the crypto pie in 2018. So, in my opinion, to see 100,000 Bitcoin, you know, either by the end of the year or by early 2019, 100,000 Bitcoin, in my opinion, if this industry, what do you call it, money that comes from Wall Street, right, can safely come into the crypto space and be managed by someone like Coinbase or some other entity, act as a custodian, you know, this $100,000 Bitcoin is chicken feed, right? It's chicken feed. To see 100,000 Bitcoin is a chicken feed, to potentially, you know, the amount of money that is sitting out there in Wall Street offline. We're talking hundreds of billion dollars, trillions of dollars. This could pour into the space, and primarily it's going to go to Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is king. So this is already in place. It's ready. It's gonna come, and but it's gonna come slowly. If not, have already come. You know, when we saw it to a $20,000 Bitcoin, maybe that was just a little bit of a, you know, oh yeah, let's just see if this works. We'll just, you know, we'll just put a little bit of money into crypto, and then we'll just suck it back out. But so this is already, you know, this is already in the mix. This is already coming, for yous that don't really know what's going on in the space. All right, Bitcoin is, you know, everything runs off Bitcoin. All your alts, when Bitcoin bleeds, all your alts bleed. When Bitcoin's up, your alts are all in green. That applies to Ethereum, applies to Bcash, Litecoin, everything is off Bitcoin. All right. So I just want you to think about what I just said with Bitcoin, with the Lightning Network, beta, right? Next stage of the beta. And then you look at all these other technological advancements that are happening with Bitcoin, with altcoins. You got this institutional money that's coming from Wall Street. You got things like Coinbase that are ready to act as custodians to manage this, you know, hundreds of billions of dollars, possibly trillions of dollars that have come into the crypto space. They can manage it safely. And now we're looking at a $7,946.21 is chicken feed compared to what it can get to once this institutional money starts hitting the crypto space. Right, the bridge is already formed. The people on Wall Street are chomping, ready to. This is all fact. This is all, you can document this stuff. You can go on Google. You can find all the information that I just told you. It's all on Google. Right, so these fat cats in Wall Street, you know, the fat greedy bastards, and they want to get their piece of the pie. So you know that they're gonna come, right? You know that they're gonna come if they have come already, because it attracts these people, right? Because they want to make billions of dollars. Every time they make another, you know, $1 billion, and then they sit around with their mates and go, hey, you know, I just made $1 billion off Bitcoin yesterday. It's not enough, is it? No, it's never enough. Okay, so even though these guys are making billions of dollars, it's still not enough. right? That's just how they roll. They're just greedy. They just want to make more. That's what greed does to you, right? It's not enough. So they're going to come into the crypto space, and we're going to see this money coming in before the end of the year. So that's the word on Wall Street. So that's if you obviously meet like me, I'm not a Wall Street dude. I don't hang out on Wall Street. That's the word on Wall Street. So just rethink what you think about Bitcoin, guys. Just rethink about it. Because I made a post yesterday, just to see what people's thoughts were, and I think it was. Let's have a look. I can't remember, but anyway, I just basically said, "What do you think of the? Where do you see the price of Bitcoin?" It was something along those lines. I can't remember where the post is. But yeah, it was just very interesting to see people's thoughts to where they think Bitcoin is going to be, right? And then you can add everything else to the mix. You can add some 4 million Bitcoins are lost and never recovered. Every year there are people losing wallets and losing Bitcoin. I don't know how many hundreds and thousands of Bitcoin are lost every year, right? Hacks, people getting hacked. Then you got this price of Bitcoin. Bitcoins are getting mined constantly, so you got the supply dwindling, right? And you got a lot of things happening with Bitcoin. This is all gonna come together at some stage and make sure that it's deflationary, and it's just gonna keep on pushing the price up, right? Keep on pushing the price up. So this FUD and all this sort of stuff that you hear, right? People, oh no, I can sell Bitcoin, right? There's a saying, and it goes, never listen, never. I don't know what the exact saying is, but I mean, I made my own saying to it. Like, if you want advice on how to get a bank loan, do you talk to your hairdresser or do you talk to your gardener? In fact, most people do. No, you go to talk to people that have the professional advice that are qualified to give you that advice, right? But this is what people do. They go to the wrong people. They get the wrong advice off the wrong people, all right? And they listen to them. And this is what's happening. People are listening to the wrong people, and they're getting the wrong advice. And they're the ones that are saying, "Oh, Bitcoin's cost too much. It's 8,000." And they're the ones that said, "Oh, Bitcoin's 20,000. I can't afford to buy it." And they'll be the ones that are saying, "Oh, Bitcoin's 50,000. It's too much." Then it goes to 100,000. Oh, it'll never get to 100,000. Then it hits 100,000. Then they'll say, "Oh, I missed the boat." So there's always something, the pessimistic side of it. You don't want to be one of those people. Of course, you want to make sure that whatever you put in, that you don't lose. So as Bitcoin goes up, pull your seed out, so you've got nothing invested into it. And then it's whether it's speculative, where it bounces 30% at a time, where it goes up or down, whatever, you're never going to lose because you've taken your seed money out, right? So that's the way to approach it. So what we got is, now if you remember this video, right? In this video here, this is hilarious. This went viral. People picked it up. I don't know how many views it's got, but it went viral all over the net. And in this video, he says he talks about EOS and how Brock Pierce is part of it, and then it's like, well, this guy is part of EOS, which has raised $1.5 billion. and this guy's running it. And just go and Google Brock Pierce scandal, right? So people went and looked it up, and there were so many searches for Brock Pierce scandal that now basically yeah, EOS has booted him from the project. So now he's no longer part of EOS, which is a shame because he pretty much you know, built, he put a lot of effort into EOS. So shit happens. So Thailand's just passed Thailand to pass 2 new cryptocurrency laws. Nothing new. It's just about taxation, KYC, and then the central banks of Thailand are just basically banning any type of bank account that has to do with crypto. You know, usual shit. This is a sort of negative response that we see from central banks because they see Bitcoin as a threat. So they just basically can account holders that or terminate accounts that have to do with Bitcoin. All right. So that's the usual shit that we got to deal with. Nothing new, but they'll come around. Central banks will come around when they go broke. All right. They'll realize that if they don't go with the flow and allow customers to have Bitcoin and still collect fees, if they fight it, they will go down. All right. Central banks that'll fight it will go broke, and we're going to get all the weaker banks that are going to fall. You know, the ones in Europe, and you know, and then it's going to become to a point where there's, you know, multiple smaller banks falling, going bankrupt, and then, you know, this will all, you know, build up to over time. All right, so this is going to change a lot of things. I did a review on the ASIC miner yesterday. So basically, Monero is going to fork. All right, they had enough of. Pretty much, Bitmain is the one that instigated all this, and Bitmain are pretty much like, you know, well, I would say the bad guys in this situation. But then again, you know, they're the ones selling the machines. They don't really care. They're making the money. So Monero is going to fork. So then Kryptonite, these ant miners, these X3, which went on batch, which basically went on sale yesterday, or 2 days ago, which sold for 11,000. Now they've reduced the price. So they've just realized that basically what they're trying to do is sell this 3rd batch and sell this 4th batch as soon as they can, right, to customers, because Monero is going to fork, and it's going to basically make Kryptonite and these big paperweights, right? So I would advise you not to buy them. And then they're going to go to this algorithm called Kryptonite V7. This is going to be the new algorithm, and these machines are going to become useless. So Bitmain have totally screwed this up. They've gone ahead and slutted the market with these new ant miners. Monero have had Jack with it, and they don't want the network being mined by ASIC. They only want CPU, GPU. So Bitmain are going to be either getting a lot of angry customers, or they're just basically going to be they're just trying to get rid of all these things as fast as possible because they know they screwed up, right? They're just too greedy. They just shouldn't have produced ASICs for Monero, because Monero is a very tight community. So yeah, this is very controversial now. It's just a case of, you know, they just got too greedy. They shouldn't have produced. If they produced these machines, they shouldn't have produced so many. And now they've got angry customers that paid 12,000 for them. Now they're stuck with these batches of machines, and now they're trying to offload them as fast as possible. but it's all too late because Monero are just gonna fork. So that's that. Yeah, like I said in my live streams, couple days ago, I said in my live stream, Bitmain don't care. The Chinese don't care who they sell to. All they'll care about is money. There's no loyalty. And if you're willing to buy a container of Bitmain, they'll sell it to you. They don't care. What's my prediction? I don't like giving predictions, to be honest. I don't really know. Prediction Ether, who knows? 2,000, maybe more, 3,000. But who really knows? I mean, I don't really know. But I think it'll be 2,000, 2,000 plus, maybe 3,000 for Ether, and then for and for Litecoin, I think it's going to be either side of 2,000, maybe more so 2,000. Hey Lou, Quentin. Yeah, because they dumped Brock Pierce because of this video. All right, so watch this video. It's hilarious. Right, and in this video, this guy, the guy that did this video, he talks about EOS. He talks about BitConnect. It went viral, and he says he takes a Mickey out of Brock Pierce because he wears a funny hat, and he's sort of, Brock Pierce is like he's eccentric character, right? So he was taking the piss out of Brock Pierce, saying he wears a hat and he got married in Burning Man and all this sort of crazy sort of shit, right? And then he's like, well, then EOS raised $1.5 billion for a guy that wears a funny hat, and blah blah blah. Just Google Brock Pierce scandal. So a lot of people did, and then now EOS have basically said, we don't want you to be part of EOS anymore because of your past, and which is I kind of think that's a bit tough. But yeah, it's basically his past. He was involved with some shady characters. That's why. Yeah, that's what happened, man. That's what happened. So, yeah, they can do what they want. EOS Foundation. So, I think it's a bit harsh, but anyway, let's just go to. So I told you about Thailand, usual shit with Thailand. So the ASICs, yeah, they're done. Let's just go and have a look at this thing yesterday. So these, the number one producing one is this Halon miner, Dragon Min X2. This is the Decred miner. This Bitmain ant miner. You watch this thing drop like a bag of shit. X3. This is the Scicoin. Scicoin. Yeah. No, it's the Monero miner. Sorry, not Scicoin. Monero miner. Yeah. So this is gonna drop like a bag of shit. Yeah. Look, exactly what happened with the D3s. Exactly what you said, Tommy. With the D3s, exactly what happened with D3s. The problem with what Bitmain do is, like I said before, they don't care. The Chinese don't care. All they care about is profits. They don't care about loyalty. They don't care about the market, right? And Bitmain is just pumping these machines out, and they're screwing with the difficulty, because every time one ASIC machine goes on the market, it increases the difficulty, right? And that has a long-term effect on especially miners and everything, the whole ecosystem, right? And all of a sudden it gets expensive to do these transactions and blah blah blah. So this is what they did. They sold a whole bunch of D3s. Right now, the D3 is only 550. And actually, the difficulty on the D3s has actually gone down. Right. Here it says this fluctuates all the time, but I'm making about $9, $8 to $9 a day with the D3s. So this calculator, then this was up the other day as well. So this calculator it fluctuates a lot. You know, I wouldn't take this as gospel. I would just take it as a grain of salt, because I've got 4 D3s going and I'm making about $40 a day. So that tells you this is incorrect. But it does fluctuate, you know, it fluctuates a lot. So yeah, that's what they did. The Bitmain did with the machines. They slotted the D3s. The problem with the D3s is they just slotted them. They sold, I think they sold like 25,000 machines. What Bitmain should have done was not sell so many. Then the value of the machine would still be up, right? This thing would still be at $1,300 if they didn't sell too many. And what they did with this is people now are not buying this X3 because of what happened with D3s. Right? It's the same crowd. They're not stupid. So this has backfired on Bitmain. Right? They've just totally screwed this up. They've just made a big mistake, and now they're trying to slut these machines off of the ones that they have got in the batch 3 and batch 4, because they know that Monero not having anything to do with them, and they're going to fork. All right. So that's what's happening with that. So. Anyway, guys, with that said, sorry for the late live stream. I got been busy all day today, actually. Yeah, I'm just basically waiting for crypto winter to get through, and then once crypto winter finishes, things go back up. I did buy some Loom today. Okay, guys. Okay, Loom was a ICO that sold out very, very quickly. I don't even know if it went to the main sale. Okay, Loom Network. It's on KuCoin, and I bought some today. I think this was 7 cents. All right, so now it's 9 cents. So this is a good time to buy it, because it's a big project. All right, infrastructure, and it's just hovering at 9 cents. The ICO price was 7 cents, and that's if you're lucky enough to get it, because I'm pretty sure that it sold out at the pre-sale. Right, this was one of the big ICOs that not even I could get into. All right, so it's going cheap now on KuCoin. I snapped up 3,500 of them. Oops, that's not it. So yeah, I would check it out. I would check it out, because this is a steal at the moment. They raised $25 million. Yeah, this is a steal at the moment, guys. And now with crypto winter down, here. All right, the next generation blockchain for large-scale online games and social apps. All right, so that's why this thing sold out in minutes, or within. I don't even think it went to a main sale. All right. have a read of the white paper and do your due diligence in it. But you'll find that this one is a really good one, man. Really good one. And that's my take on Loom Network. I snapped up a few. This is going to be Loom Network's going to be like it's going to be very similar to Dragon Chain, Archain, um, uh, um, what are the other ones? Zilliqa, Encash. These are the ones that you want to get long term. All right. So this is gonna boom, in my opinion. Once winter's over, this is gonna boom. So and it's only like 2 cents more than the ICO price. All right. So this is gonna be a real snap this one up if you can after you do your due diligence. It's not financial advice. Okay, because I knew that this one sold out really quickly, and then when I saw it on KuCoin, I thought, wow, this is amazing. You know, this is gonna boom. Let's just go to Loom. All right, there's a billion tokens. This has just hit. There's a billion tokens. Markets are KuCoin only. All right, so it's crypto winter. KuCoin only, and it's only about 1 cent to 2 cent above the ICO price. This is steal, guys. Do due diligence, and if you want to invest because you know why you're investing, not because you're just following me blindly, which you shouldn't be doing anyways. So with that said, guys, have a good night. Sorry for the late live stream. I'll see you guys in the next one. Gotcha.